Sounds like a game, like a game.
Lauren's age, it's really warm, right? Her and I, the last 2 days, she thinks that she's going through a midlife mental cause. I'm like, no, that's not really what it's called, but good luck.
Middle life crisis or menopause, but together. Mental pause.
So who's here with Jordan?
So yeah, if this week's a little tough, then you know why. No, I know, right? On my way out.
Life is not as exciting from this point on.
Right.
Sorry.
All right, you guys, it is Gratitude Tuesday. So if anyone wants to share anything they're thankful for, grateful for, just anything personal, business related, share with us. Who's got something?
Who's kicking us off? We got Chad in the back seat.
I got one. Who was on the Tom Lundstedt investing
Steve.
webinar?
Yeah.
A lot of people out there,
Was
hands
it
up.
good? How do you like it? I thought it was great. Yeah, it's good stuff. I've been using that spreadsheet for like forever, like 12 years. And it just kind of reiterated the basics of investing in real estate. But thanks, Jeff. Did Steve get that kicked off?
Steve Highland did.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you, Steve.
You are welcome.
Yeah.
We're gonna kick off, like, the ALC is gonna kick off masterminding around investing in real estate, which I will talk about later.
Saying your name.
Caroline.
My gratitude to my entire team, Last Harvard team. I got a opportunity to go for a mastermind in San Diego, and usually I try not to leave the team alone. So my gratitude, and everyone was like, no, you need to go because you're meeting some of the top players in the business, and it's rare to get that opportunity. So my gratitude to them and my gratitude to the office for also really important. Thank you.
Way to go, Buzz Harwood team.
Does that mean you have one, Steve?
He muted.
Right here, big bad.
Other Chad. This is a personal thing.
That's awesome.
We foster dogs and we have an 11-year-old abused lab who got brought in and he wouldn't leave his crate for the first week. Got him 2 weeks. He slept in bed with us last night. So isn't that the cutest thing you ever heard?
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, you gotta shoot pictures.
He's opening up. I'll bring him in. He's got a bandana that says adopt me.
How many do you have right now? Just the one?
Just and my own. I have a chocolate lab. I brought him last week and nobody was here. So
Oh.
Yes, he's coming in again. We got Jonathan in the background.
Okay, this one is not work related. It's kind of a crazy story, so I will give you the brief cliff notes on it. We were speaking to this and it kind of just reminded me. So I have a brother who is crazy. He, years ago, he tried to take his life and he shot himself in the head. He had like $1 million+ worth of surgery and he lived as a result. He's had, he was working, he's now a farmer, he's a father of 2, and he's living a clean life free of drugs and, you know, he's doing good. He was working on a pickup truck on like those drive up lifts and it rolled back and it took him by the head. But because he was shot in the head, he had a bunch of metal plates in his head. It didn't collapse his head. It dragged him about 200 feet and it partially scalped him, but he lived. Took him to the hospital and they found brain cancer.
Oh my
And
goodness.
because he shot himself in the head and he tried to kill his life, it kept him from dying. And then because he got ran over, took him to the hospital, and we just found the cancer and it's treatable.
Wow. All right, if
Right.
that's not somebody working in a special.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, John, you need to contact Nora McInerney. He needs to be on Terrible. Thanks for asking.
Is that a show?
Terrible, what is it?
It's a podcast called Terrible. thanks for asking. And that story is so phenomenal. It needs to be told publicly.
oh,
Wow. Well, keep us posted on
Yeah.
how he's doing, John. Keep all of us posted on how he's doing through this progress. All right, what else? I'm gonna jump in with them then. So I thought last night at 8 o'clock I'd be in bed, because normally I'm getting ready for bed. I gotta tell you that I have the most fun I have had in so long we should have been having cocktails, ladies, but I had a call with just the most amazing group of ALC gals. It was so fun. So thank you, thank you, thank you, just to listen to them and to talk with them and learn about them and also about some of the things ALC is doing. But literally, like, I got done. I did some cleaning and some other things around the house. I had so much energy. And I'm like, I love this group of gals. They were fun. My husband thought I was nuts, but hey. So thank you so much to just our amazing market center, but that group of gals was awesome last night. Thank you.
Who got the guts?
I went to bed right after that, Carrie.
That's because you were being mean and brushing and pulling hair. Don't ever ask JV to pull or brush your hair, because she will pull your hair.
I'm the meanest at brushing hair, the meanest.
Anyone else out there?
I have some gratitude. Yeah, it's Felicia. So I have my first closing on a listing this week on Thursday.
Yay.
I would not, thank you. I would not have been able to do it without Greg Katzmeyer's help. Like, he did so much for me, so I just wanted to throw that out there.
Very nice. Very nice.
Awesome. Love it.
I
That's teamwork.
have one more gratitude to put out. My gratitude to Shannon Hire for being one of the nicest, sweetest person on the planet. I don't know how, I've been very open about how I have depression, and so has he. And his story, I love his post. Every time I see his post, it always fills my heart. And it's wonderful to see. So if you guys don't know who Shannon Hire is,
You should.
he is an outstanding transaction coordinator. He has helped the Wazhao team, and everyone should go. Everyone should either, if you're new, please go say hello to him, give him a high five, and make a sign.
We love you, Shannon.
Oh, thanks, Caroline. That's so sweet of you. Thank you.
And actually, Shannon, is there a new title that you now carry as of yesterday at 1:45 a.m.?
Yes.
Yes,
So
I
was
know.
actually gonna say something. So my brother, he had his baby boy yesterday. And he's
Yay.
for that.
Oh, nice.
It's twins. Yeah.
Hey, Shannon,
Yes.
was it twins?
Yeah.
No.
Surprisingly, it wasn't twins.
All right.
Shannon, you've got to share the name, which is so terrific.
Oh, I
Yes,
love it.
his name is Arlo.
So cute.
Ooh, that is cool.
And you look magnificent with that beard.
I have one
That's great.
more.
What'd you say, Felicia?
I have one more.
Go for it, girl.
So I now follow Caroline on like Facebook, and the other day she posted something about her son Rex saving worms
I know.
every morning. And I just wanted to say that made me feel so good, because I used to do that as a kid and I thought I was the weirdest kid in the world.
I thought it was so sweet. Thank you, Felicia. I told Rex about you. You have to meet him. I'll bring
It's a
Rex.
great
in.
hobby.
Love it. All righty. We are gonna go to our next thing. We have special guest Mark Spyhall with us today for Movement Mortgage. Come on up. It's like the price is right.
Big money, big money.
You can stand wherever you want. The camera's pointing that way, so.
All right. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for having me. So we got together and we kind of thought, well, what can we do? Obviously, we all know rates are going up, and what can we do as a company to maybe try to help out a little bit, right? I mean, we're up into the fives, mid fives. So what we did is it's hard to be the higher ups got together and said, hey, what can we do to maybe help out buyers a little bit? This is kind of a big thing. We hope and also we'll honor some pre-approvals that we get through like maybe the next 6 months to a year. But this is the 1.25 under credit. So this is a big 1.25% of the loan amount. So if you take in that example up there, 1.25% of 300,000, that's $3,750. So it's a big it's a big number. It's something we're doing exclusive for you all. Keller Williams Roseville. It's something I kind of went to, you know, and talked to, again, the Howard higher ups and said, hey, what can we do? And they said, hey, we can do this, you know, we're partners with Keller Williams and we want to do what we can to help them out. So this is what they came up with. And, you know, again, I think it's something that can, you know, if you want to use it to buy the interest rate down, you know, it's probably going to mean maybe 0.25%, you know, instead of getting 5.25, maybe you get 5, or you just say, hey, you know what, I'll just use the whole credit and do no closing costs. So, you know, it's, you know, it's, you know, it's not just a, hey, you know, $500 appraisal, not that $500 is a big deal too, but it's real money. So if you do bring in pre-approvals, and we realize that, you know, it's kind of being a spring special, and, you know, it's like, well, what if they don't buy a house, right? Everyone's trying, it's really hard to buy a house. You know, we'll honor it, you know, if we get that pre-approval date on there, you know, we'll honor it. You know, as long as we get it pre-approved in, you know, in the next, you know, 30 days. So, you know, and, you know, wink, wink, you know, it's not like we can't, you know, extend this. I mean, this was done in a very fast, you know, way. So, you know, certainly they got to put an end date to it, but that end date doesn't have to be, you know, wink, wink, May 25th, right? So, that's it. I mean, I can talk to you a long time about interest rates, but I know Mark and, you know, your group is talking, and, you know, rates are up, and, you know, we can talk inverted yield curve and a possible recession and all what goes into that. Your rates, just as for the record, you know, last couple of days are positive, you know, so if there's any good news there, you know, markets rallied today, rallied yesterday, and it was a little bit better on Friday. So
Ballpark, where is the rate right now? Conventional.
5.25, you know, 5.5, 35, you know, 5% down, 3% down, get us, you know, 680 credit score or a 780 credit score. It's going to make a difference, but, you know, low 5.
So
No, it's not.
No, it just sounds so high.
Historically,
I know
really
it's
low.
not, that's still a good rate, but it's just,
How high will they go
yeah.
by December? Crystal ball.
Crystal ball.
Whose crystal ball has,
You think we're getting?
My crystal ball, or I mean, I subscribe to various services. If, you know, I'll you know what, I'll come out with one of them. You know, we're heading towards a recession, okay? So I will bore you with a little bit of interest rate stuff. So the 10-year bond is inverted, right? So you get all these fancy words, right? You've heard maybe of the inversion that happened with the 10-year bond. Well, when the 10-year dropped below the 2-year, you know, historically, that means 7 out of the last 8 years since 1970, we were headed for a recession. So recession is going to mean lower rates, and recession doesn't necessarily mean houses and the number of houses that get sold drop. It actually historically has meant the opposite. So if you ask this so-called expert that I subscribe to, based on the inverted yield curve, based on it happening 7 times out of the last 8 times since 1970, we're heading towards a recession and rates will be lower. Now, I don't know if that happens in December. Usually recession happens within about a year. So in 2023, a lot of people predict rates will be lower and we'll be in a recession based on that inverted yield curve in historic.
Good answer.
Oh, are you not seeing, we just had a panel, mastermind panel yesterday, and one of the things this kind of came up.
The
And
inverted
Graham
yield
Smith,
curve,
yeah,
or
the
recession?
5% of where it's at right now.
Oh,
Yeah, they talk at 5%, but Graham Smith said that, you know, 5%, the market, they're seeing it's acceptable, right? The buyers are still aggressive. They're still going after the houses are still being snapped up in an instant, so at 5, it's not stopping anybody.
I've been doing this for 30 years. 5% is a good rate. I mean, I think it's all in the translation. It's all in the sky is falling, or is it still a historically good rate? You know, how do you want to sell? Do you want to sell, oh boy, you know, it's no offense, but oh, that sounds so high. Or hey, historically it's really good. And you could be here, you know, in a year. House values don't seem to be letting up. I think it's gonna just ease a little bit, right? So instead of maybe 18-20% increases, maybe we get 5 to 10% increases, but house values are still, you know, assumed to go up, right? Right. So what's the cost of waiting? You know, and again, I'm not ever going to say, well, for certain, but based on everything I see in rate, house values are coming down, and you know, the cost is only going to get to be more expensive. So you know, that's the message that idea that historically, show the chart. I mean, it's at your fingertips. Google wise, it's historically 5.25 is still low.
Yeah, still.
You know, and so I would come at it more from
It's
a
not
positive than if it's
not
negative.
Right, right.
I had to bring up the the inverse curve of a client of mine actually, because she has a brother who works at Ford, basically terrifying them off of selling their home and buying their home now, because he's saying they're just gonna skyrocket and they're not gonna find anything that they can fit their budget. And I'm like, who is this family member?
Who is your brother?
Terrifying them, and I brought it up to him, like, because he's just saying, no, here's where it's gonna be, and I'm like, where's his, I have to ask, where's his backing of saying where these numbers are gonna be, because he's saying it's going to be 8.5 by 2025. And out of nowhere, and I'm like, I'd like to know where he's getting this from, just because one, we don't necessarily know where this is going to go, it's a bit different territory, but I brought that up as well, and I'm like, in history, this is what could happen. And she's like, oh.
I think there's a big difference.
It's been a long time.
They can come at it with they can come at it with numbers and say rates could go 8.5. I'm never gonna say it never could happen, right? You know, but, you know, there's people that are, you know, the Fed chair don't know for sure. They're trying to get the soft landing, right? They're trying to raise the short-term rate, soft landing, so we don't go into a recession, right? That's the reason why they're trying to soft land or not put us into a recession by raising the short-term rate. Our Fed chairs don't know what for certain where we're gonna be. Right? I mean, so nothing against whoever that so-called expert, but I think you can come at it with numbers and statistics and a reason why they could go to 8.5. But there is nobody right now that knows with certainty that we're gonna go to 8.5 or we're gonna, you know, to Chad's question, if we're gonna, you know, go into a recession and rates might be lower.
Well, then refi.
Yeah. I mean, I think you have the information, right? You give them, hey, inverted yield curve and historical numbers, and here's what's going on in the market, here's why the Fed's gonna raise, here's what they're thinking right now. And you come up as the expert versus, well, 8% because, you know,
I think
because that sucks.
I think she was gonna call her brother today and have a discussion, because I gave her enough information last night. She was starting to go, huh, okay, I need to think about this.
Yeah, I think that's great, but be ready with the information.
Any other questions for Mark?
All right, thanks, guys.
No. Thank you, Mark.
Any questions online?
I don't see any questions online, no. Alrighty, Minnesota title. We have 3 people here, or I don't know where Kristen went, but
Oh, so should we all stand up?
Oh.
there?
should we all stand?
So we just got a few things to talk about. First, I'm here to talk to you about SPAR, more or less, some events coming up. I'm on the Charitable Foundation. We have some exciting things coming up, and it's fun because we're now in person doing events. So the Cheers for Charity, I have a flyer that I put up at the front desk. Is an event that over the years has been a great fun event. We're gonna go to the brewery, drink some beer, chat, have a lot of fun. Sometimes they have some beanbag games and things like that. And it's nice to be back in the breweries again. And the money that we raise on this event, it actually goes to the Charitable Foundation. But this year, we gave $100,000 to Bridging, and we're gonna do a dresser build. So we gave that last year. We're doing the build this year. We're actually gonna do 4 events. Our goal is to build 800 dressers for Bridging. Does anybody not know what Bridging is? So Bridging is, it's a company that helps people in the transition from no home to a home. And they give them beds, tables,
Furniture.
anything that can get them, as they get into apartment stuff, right? And we're gonna help them build dressers. On May 25th, 23rd, 25th, and 26th, we're doing right at SPAR in their parking lot. And we're gonna try and build 100 dressers on each day, right? And we're gonna put a big tent out there. I'll be grilling hot dogs and chips. We're gonna hand out food. And we need a lot of volunteers. We need your help. We need to build, we need about 75 people per day to build these dressers. But the goal is to give every, a dresser for every bedroom. Instead of handing out what they used to do is 1 dresser per home or apartment or condo, now we want to give a dresser for every room. And so it's gonna take a lot of dressers, it's gonna take a lot of people to build, and we really, really, really need your support. And it's a fun thing to do. You can get your own team of 6 people, and then you're at a table, and it's just no different than going to pack food at Feed My Starving Children, where you have this competition, like I'm on box 10, you're gonna start cheering.
Karen and I competed.
Yeah, right. You can get a couple teams, try to get us, a few teams from this office. Challenge another office. Challenge Maple Grove.
Nice.
You're way better than Grove. I didn't even say
It's okay, we don't have it recorded or anything.
that. Okay, good, because I'll be going to Maple Grove too. But both of these are fun, you know? Anything that the affiliate committee raises, we give charity, goes to charitable foundation, and we will do different things like this. We help out the Rondo Project, we do different things. And through this, we make these different relationships, we help the community, we make the community better. And that's what it's all about, right? So we do
I
that.
do have to show that Joe O'Brien said that he is going, just an FYI.
Awesome.
And that it could be a warning or it could be an invitation that you should go, that he's gonna be there.
Excellent, thank you. And then we've just created a new Title 101 closing your deal. We revamped the whole thing. Chris and I will be doing that. Chad can be doing it. I'm sure he's done one in Uptown.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, we revamped the whole thing. It's way better. So we'll be starting to do those classes. We have a new Spanish-speaking closer, Sandra Lara. And we're actually gonna build a whole division. So a Spanish-speaking division. So Sandra came from she used to work for a attorney for 10 years, and then she was also came from a title company. She was at a prior title company, now she came with us, and she's gonna help us hire somebody, process the whole 9 yards, so we can do that.
Wonderful.
Yep, so we're gonna build that. And then Chad, you started Ron, and developed that for us at Minnesota Title, so we can do remote online notary. And how many have we been doing so far?
We have done 180 of them since December.
Awesome.
So we are really leading the state of Minnesota and the industry here as far as remote online notaries. That's not just sell side, it's refinance, it's buy side. We do a lot of buy, so we can help you with that. We want to help you in many different areas. Yes, sir.
Going back to the dresser bill real quick.
Within the state, within the country, anywhere.
You had one from Australia, right?
Yeah, so they can, for remote online notary, they can sign anywhere in the world. They have to have a US address.
Okay, so I've got sellers that are leaving for Italy. That's fine, so they can close.
Yeah, we'll split the time difference. I do them at 4 AM or whatever, whenever they need to sign, but we'll get them signed up and then they don't have to waste any time sticking around, not going to Italy.
Do you have a card?
That,
Because then we can send you just a little video so you can just see how easy it is.
Yeah, well, I did it just to get a deal closed because there was a title issue, so we had that someone's on a quick claim deed.
Yeah.
I think we used that system by tracking it down home in Silver Bay.
Yep.
And I had to bribe a realtor.
Wait.
Okay, yeah,
So, yeah.
it's easy. Yeah.
Beth put in the chat that she loves your servant heart, by the way. I wanted to make sure you heard that.
Thank you.
I don't know if someone talked earlier too well. Yeah, we heard someone. Oh, go on. Go ahead.
With the dresser bill, can we invite our clients?
Yes, you can invite anybody, family, friends, anybody who wants to come join. We just meet as many people. You have to be 14 years, nobody under 14.
Yeah, makes sense. And I'll put these on the training calendar too, with links to the websites and everything that's on these flyers so that you guys can access it on there as well. So, and we'll definitely post these out on the Facebook page because they're great events. So
Thank you very much.
thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
Can I get ALC? Come on forward.
Woo, ALC.
Where should we have them? Kind of, I wonder, actually, maybe just kind of on the side of the room. That way then we can.
Do you want me to turn the
you
camera?
guys.
Yep.
We are gonna do another introduction of some of our ALC members that are here, as well as some of those that are online. So if we want to make a big screen, we can as far as who's online.
I'll take it off screen.
We talked again last week about our amazing ALC, so we want to make sure that every week you guys are getting a taste of your ALC. You're getting to talk with them, meet them, see them. Our lovely group in-house is going to talk a little bit, and if any of the members online want to talk, that would be wonderful. But we're going to actually let Karen kick it off with just, if you want to, actually, I'm going to have John Oneman kick it off with that. I just thought about this. He has an appointment, so he's going to have to leave. So if we're okay, let's have John kick it off, and then we'll go with everyone else. And
Okay. Sweet. Well, hello, everybody, online and in person. I'm John Oneman. So I'm in my second year on the ALC. And we were deciding this year, we have a lot of different committees, and that's kind of one of the reasons that we're all going to be chatting today and kind of introducing ourselves to talk about the different ways that we can use the ALC and actually make it valuable for those that work at a brokerage. So I was thinking about what would be a benefit that I could provide. And I came up with the coffee club, which is basically anyone that is a new agent. When you're first getting started, there are a bunch of shiny objects, not really sure where to go, what direction to go, who to follow, who to have as a mentor. And obviously we have a lot of great programs, but sometimes it's good just to get an outsider perspective. So I'm basically hassling new realtors, and Keller Williams, Roseville is going to be paying for me to get coffee with them. And then I just sit.
I do.
It's been great. So, and then I just sit with them, I bring some of my materials, things that help me, I answer their questions, kind of give them a pep talk, try to light some fire under their ass, and then just be there as a resource. So if they have questions, if they're dealing with that first offer at 9 o'clock at night on Saturday and they don't know what to do, they have a resource, to go to, and hopefully make sure that everyone that we bring on is part of the 10% that makes it.
Awesome, thank you. Does anybody have any questions for John? So when you do get an email or a text or a phone call from John, don't think it's just some strange man reaching out to you. It's John, he's still gonna be a creep, but it's okay. We're paying for him to be a creep.
Naturally.
Thank you,
Awesome.
thank you, John.
Company creeper.
All right. Who would like to go next? Where do you want to jump in? Big Bad Chad?
Yeah, I think I know most of you, right? I've been here, man, I'm over 8 years now with you.
Woohoo!
10 years with Remax Commercial, 8+ years here. Not going anywhere, right? Been on the ALC for 40 years. Commercial broker, 100%. Thank you so much for all the referrals. I think I hit 370,000 in referrals paid back to residential agents over my time. That's 25 to 50% paid out. So excited about that. I'm focused on passive income and helping you all not have to sell real estate for the rest of your life when you're 95 years old. Figure out a way to leverage real estate to be able to retire on that passive income, and then help your clients as well focus on how can you help them purchase investment real estate. So we're gonna be doing some masterminds, some analytics, and all this kind of fun stuff. So if anyone wants to join us, let us know.
So watch for, you'll see on those, obviously go to the training calendar, things will go out, but now you know Chad, so when you see courses or classes, workshops that are being presented with him or with him and other members of the ALC, now you know who you're meeting with. Chad?
Thank you.
Sherilyn?
Hi, my name is Charlene Voss. I am very honored to be invited to be a part of the ELC. I am in a committee with, and I don't see any of my fellow committee members here, but I'm in a committee with DJ Garza and two other agents who I'm still not too sure who they are. Our focus is on diversity, inclusion, and equity. And one of the things we will be I don't know how many of you know this, but I'm the Social Equity Task Force Ambassador at the national level for Keller Williams, so which means I report directly to Julia Lachey, who is the diversity director. So at the national level, we are doing a lot. I'm part of another committee at the national level where we're focusing on educating agents to be leaders in their own right and to get into leadership positions within Keller Williams. But right here on the ALC, my focus along with my fellow committee members will be to help agents understand when you're dealing with, when you're working with clients from different cultures, different ethnicities, how you could be a little bit more helpful versus instead of just tokenizing them. Okay, another thing we are going to be focusing on is our events around fair housing. What are the do's, don't do's that agents do? A lot of agents think it's okay to behave badly just because, oh, I'm just another agent. No, there are certain things you can't do. And we are also going to try to help agents to recognize conscious and unconscious behaviors in themselves. And so that they unwittingly do not make it back. One thing I personally would be trying to get as many people at the same group, so I'm the other people, essentially. Try to get, my personal goal as the national ambassador is to try to get as many KW agents from our brokerage and other marketplaces to sign up for the Agent of Distinction Plus. I will talk about it later. But not for the data. You have to-
Thank you, Cheryl. So watch for, any questions yet out there? All right.
I got a question.
Yes.
So are we, is there, you guys discuss, I know what you mentioned, John, have you guys talked about, say, mid-level producers in real estate that want to take their business to the next level, separate of newer agents?
This
We have a
committee
lot
was
of-
just formed, I think the committee was just formed. 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Everything is in its infancy. But it's your turn.
All right.
I'm Karen Collins. I'm probably one of the old birds here.
Nonsense.
I've been here for 10 years now, since 2012, and I've been an agent since 2005. So, I am heading up the culture committee this year, which I'm super excited about for many different reasons. One being one of the only reasons why I joined Keller Williams back in 2012 was because of the culture. And everyone is so willing to help step in and welcoming, and there's so many opportunities here. So I think it was 2017, I was the North Central Region Cultural Ambassador, which is pretty cool. I got to walk across the stage at the camp, which is pretty awesome. So we're going to be doing our committee, which is fabulous this year. We're going to be doing a lot of different cultural events that will get our market center together for us to really feel each other, do some cool things, and we're going to hit it off by doing Red Day starting May 12th. And so we've got that all planned out.
Who doesn't know what Red Day is?
We'll go over that in just a couple seconds as well. Jumping in.
Way ahead of the game.
There's
only one.
Awesome,
All
thank
right.
you. Karen, is there anybody else out there at ALC?
I think Janet is on. I know Alina was on.
Any ALC members out there that want to jump in, introduce yourself, anything to add?
Martha's on. Martha, Janet, either of you?
I know.
I don't know.
Andy had a good question on the mid-pack
Yep.
producers.
Correct.
Did we talk, I don't think we really talked about that in the ALC, so that's good.
Yeah. Definitely
We've had a
something.
lot of conversations around newer agents and we have a lot of resources for them, but mid-level, people who are already healed in the business, whatever level that is, and I can subject to anybody's thoughts, but let's go to the next level. Let's take their business to the next level. I think we need to think about that. We have a mid-level coffee club.
I like it.
There you go, I like it.
That could be.
And we're gonna start marking those. We actually, Jordan and I were just talking about that. We talked about it earlier, and then brought it up again today, that we're gonna really make sure that on the calendar, we're gonna have some kind of designation that's gonna let you know, like, this is, everybody. This is new agents, this is mid-level agents, this is, maybe your mega producer, but just things that, so when you see it, and a lot of times people are like, does this pertain to me? Should I go? Obviously, everything always pertains to everybody, but maybe it'll be more focused towards that, so at least you can take a quick
Absolutely.
look, so even maybe you're a new agent, but you wanna really, like, that's how you learn, is by pushing yourself to be in that.
Well,
upper
here's the
level.
big question. I mean, the ALC is for the agents, right? So it's the voice of the agents. So what, I throw that back to the group. What do you guys,
Yes.
and what value do you, or what do you want to see from the ALC?
Does anybody have anything they want to give out now? And if you don't, what you can do is you can shoot me an email. I will put them all together and get them to the ALC.
Like a running club will do.
Yeah, I mean,
50
honestly.
mile weekends.
No, I mean, that's.
They got a
I'm in Facebook. I'm in Facebook.
Yeah,
there-
I know.
no,
I'll get snacks and
It's a slow pace, but it's gonna get.
You know what? I'll join Chad's running club after I join that weightlifting club. Once I join that one, I'll join the running club. So-
Shannon said,
I would get everybody in the strongest market center there is.
I wonder if there isn't,
Ooh, that's how we should market itself.
a Toastmasters type of,
Presentation.
yeah, something where we learn to, as agents, be able to present on the spot, in front of groups, in front of associations. I mean, this market center, they got their hands in everything. We're everywhere. And we're all giving stuff. I mean, Mark, who was it that said Mark had the servant heart, right? There's a lot of them here, which I think is very unique and special. But we also get an opportunity to be able to expand our reach with being able to speak publicly. And a lot of times sharpening that tool would be good, and I think that would bring that to another level. And then also on that, like salesmanship, understanding salesmanship, understanding buy signals, closing signals, things like that. I think just-
And also just professional language.
Yeah, absolutely.
And how to present when you're talking to a client versus just treating them like a friend, because we tend to slip into that mood. I've noticed that very often.
How many Toastmaster people do we have here that previously at some point in their life got Toastmasters?
It's funny.
All I've done is talk about doing it, and I haven't done it yet.
Oh, you actually never have?
I've never had, I've watched.
I was gonna
I
say,
watched a
don't
ton
be
of,
surprised if one of your ALC members is reaching out to you in the near future.
You should lead that. Let him lead that.
In Maple Grove, they do something with the new agents, the 2 to 8 million
Yeah.
agents mastermind, and then above 8 million, once a month. And they get together as a group, they have lunch, and they talk, and they bring up different topics of what they're gonna talk about, and they help each other. And maybe it's role play, maybe it's, hey, how the listing, what do you see? They always have different things they're gonna talk about, and the different vendor partners then bring in lunch. And so we get to go talk to them about our service. We're not there the whole time, but it does allow us to get in front of them. And then I bring in lunch for them, or you guys would bring in lunch, or somebody else would bring in lunch, and then I'm only there for like 10 minutes. And then I leave, but they have their time, and it's usually an hour or 45 minutes, whatever. But they do it monthly, they do it religiously, and they continually help each other grow. And there's always something like, what are we seeing out there? How do we want to better ourselves? Or they do it like, maybe it's not monthly, maybe it's every 6, 8 weeks or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember the time frame of how it is.
What is everyone's thought if we were to do something on a monthly basis? But what we could do is if we carve out an hour, you think it should be like an hour and a half, let me know, but what if we carved out an hour, we call it Mastermind Day. We have enough space, especially in the new space, we will have this, where we can have those different levels. Everyone meets at that same time, and then we come together for the last 10 minutes. Maybe we collaborate a little bit, that's when you guys do your presentation or, share whoever's bringing lunch. But then again, we're getting everybody together collaborating about what we got. Would anybody be interested in that? Show of hands if we were to put something together on something like that?
Me.
It's like Isaac said, I mean, we have a
I'm
lot
sure
of
there's hands
talent,
online.
right?
Yeah.
So people can bring their,
It's all
bring
about
their
attitude.
talents to the table, and some weights too.
What day of the week is everybody like? Because we always hear people say, I would do it. No, that doesn't work. Once we get it scheduled. Is there, we're trying to really focus on Tuesdays right now, since it's the team meeting, we see so many people in the market center. Would people think it would be a Tuesday event, or is there a day of the week that everybody is like, if it was on that day, I'd do it? And again, personally, my thought is earlier the better, but you guys all decide. I mean, I would just be interested in what people are thinking, like an early day, a later day.
Any feedback?
Alright.
So I'm just gonna hit on the same point. So we're moving literally in a matter of months. So the current ALC and any future ALCs should be right now. And what you want the vision of this new market center to look like and define it. Let's get into the numbers. Let's get into the number of agents. Let's get into the reevaluation of all the programs. And I mean, we're gonna have a world-class training center, think about what the vision, that should be what the ALC for a market center is doing, is setting the vision for what you want that market center to look like. You know, we're 200 agents now. Where do we want to be in a year, the first year in that market center, by the end of next year? You know, you guys should be talking about that.
I know.
300, right, next year? Tell me. 300 next year, right?
I know Janet was online too. Janet, are you available to kind of introduce yourself and talk about what you're doing on the ALC?
Hi, yeah, my name is Janet Diaz, and I'm being with Keller Williams in the Roseville office for 2.5 years, and I'm in the team with oh my goodness, Shoreline. So and yeah, one of the things that I love when I joined Keller Williams was the multicultural and they talked to me. So yeah, and I'm very excited with everything that we've been doing, and I'm hoping we can get this team and help new agents to join it too.
Awesome. Thank you, Janet. I don't know if there's anyone else on.
Elena or JB.
They were on, but then I don't know. I'll check again, see if I'm.
One
I don't
of those come, just let me know if they're there.
I don't think they're there.
And this is just kind of random, but to your point of seeing what you want to see. As a new agent, but I'm sure this could apply to any agent. What I've been hearing mostly is find business partners, find referral partners. That's great to hear that, and I can walk in and talk to almost anybody, but what should I be talking, like, how do I approach those conversations? What am I bringing up is, well, here's how we'll have a relationship together. If I go find myself an estate attorney, you know, that's a big one I keep hearing from all the places, the local convention, all of that. So what am I bringing into the conversation to, sorry, to make this referral business happen more and more and more? Just more direction on that, like how to create those in the conversations to have.
And I think that's more with the productives or the coaching. I think the coaches cover that too, because it's more of a script. And which brings, so I think with the Toastmasters part of it, I was just thinking we could also have the scripting included, but that is a very, and I can also come to you.
Well, the powerful piece behind that is if you go into that Toastmasters type thing, right? Being critiqued is difficult, right? That's half the reason why people don't get up and speak publicly anyway, because they're afraid of what other people think or what other people might say, right? But in that space, it's if you're prepared to know that, hey, these folks are saying this because they want this or they see this, or you can strengthen. I mean, exploit your strengths and it'll diminish your weaknesses, right?
Well, one of the great things about the scripting thing, what I like about the Toastmasters is I personally, and I used to have this thing that no one could understand what it's from India, because I am from India. I keep saying was because India does not allow dual citizenship, so I had to give up very sadly my citizenship, take on in everyone. But I have that mindset. So Toastmasters, to Isaac's point, helps you literally bust through all those barriers in your head, which is come
KW University has a class called Train the Presenter.
Yes.
And I'm wondering if there is a team leader out there that has been trained to do that, and maybe that would be helpful to offer that.
That would be great.
Because I think like Olivia or even Todd Haig or some of those, because Todd Blitzer, our former regional director, used to teach that.
Maybe Todd Haig or Todd Blitzer will do it again. I just saw him. So
there you go.
he's awesome. Yeah.
How's he doing?
Phenomenal. He's doing well. Health is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing really
And
good.
he just made, and he's adorable. He loves coming. He's talk about another servant heart. I'm sure he would do a major class.
Oh, he would. Yeah, I'm sure he would. He's And I found out his cabin's right by mine, so I'm like, woo-hoo, excited.
And he's always got a well-stocked wine bar.
Ooh.
You got that going
Yeah,
for you too.
he's an amazing man, but yes, he's doing very well. He's in remission.
These are all good to hear. Grant, thanks for sharing that.
Yeah.
and Isaac, and, but we just need to hear that, right?
I think
We need
these
to
are some
hear
good
it.
topics
What's
for
the-
your next.
If it's
It's not about what we want, it's like, what do you all want?
If there's anything you guys also need, I recently got a call from KW Wisconsin to teach them classes on the social media and building a brand. So, because I come from a brand background. So if any one of you want me to teach that class, teach these two classes again, happy to do so. You want to just talk to me, I'm in my office every day and like you, so. My point is, all of us are here for you guys. What? Do you know what ALC stands for? No. I'm sorry for picking on you. It's Agent Leadership Council, and each KW Marketplace has a council of producers, or high producers, and it's the culture at KW is to help is to take all the agents, especially the agents, and move you guys the best. I want you guys.
Baby
Yes.
All right.
Whoa.
I'm sorry.
Who's cooking?
Someone's having a morning.
Someone's cooking. Need to. So guys, I'm gonna ask if we, so we can kind of keep going. I'm so glad that our ALC was able to be here. Every week, we are going to have a few, one, but ALC will be a part of every meeting where you can have that ability to kind of, I love this kind of interaction, so we'll probably have some time for that. But again, if for right now, if you want to send me an email, if you have any other topics you think you'd like them to kind of take to their next kind of meeting where they kind of spearhead on things. And then we're gonna put together, one of the things I'm gonna show you in a little bit, but there will be a link eventually that's going to be ALC link, and it will just kind of give you the opportunity to send it and go to a box where they can then see ideas, questions, suggestions, help. If maybe you just don't want to just go right up to somebody and ask, but again, I know they're all very approachable, so. Thank you so much, guys. We appreciate you. Thank you, thank you.
Thanks,
Karen,
guys.
real quick, I'm gonna let Karen though speak on, as we know it's right around the corner. George, do you want to just quickly read and then we'll let Karen know what is Red Day for those who aren't familiar with Red Day?
Yes. So Red Day stands for Renew, Energize, and Donate. It is an initiative dedicated to celebrating Keller Williams Realty's year-round commitment to improving our local communities. So each year on the second Thursday in May, tens of thousands of associates from across the United States and Canada participate in a wide range of projects, devoting their time to renewing and energizing aspects of the neighborhoods in which they serve.
This was initially created by our very own Mo Anderson on her birthday. She kind of decided that instead of people giving to her and doing for her on her birthday, she wanted this initiative to start. This year, it again lands on her actual birthday, and she will be, how old did they say?
85.
85. So those of you who know Mo, if you don't, get out there now and Google Mo Anderson KW. First, you got to make sure you get a video so you can listen to that cutest little twangy voice. I love her little voice, but cutest lady, and I can't believe she's gonna be 85. Like, that's amazing. So, but we'll let you talk about Red Day 2022.
So give where you live is the whole mantra of that. So as a committee, we have been meeting to talk about what are the best opportunities for us as an office, because there's so much power in numbers. And years past, we've had to split up into smaller groups, which is great too, but it doesn't feel as powerful as all being one solid unit. So we were researching some opportunities where we can have a large number of us still sticking together and making that huge impact. And so we might have some residual opportunities that we had researched that didn't quite come through for Red Day, but will probably be opportunities for us later this summer. What we have chosen though for Red Day is the biggest park in Roseville. If any of you are familiar with our fine city, is Central Park. We also have a beautiful arboretum. And so they have had a lot of groups that were supposed to be doing spring cleanup there that have fallen through. So it sounds like we might be the first group that's gonna get out there post snow to be able to go and do a lot of park cleanup, because that park gets a lot of use throughout the summertime. And they really base their cleanup on volunteer work. And so they're really excited to have us. So we're going to all meet, and we'll give you guys the specific time and location, but we're all gonna meet at the park. And then we're gonna take the day to be able to do the spring cleanup. If we do get done a little bit early, depending on how many of us there are, we might also spread that out a little bit to the roads potentially and do a little bit of road cleanup as well, because people just, toss stuff out their car windows and it gets to be a mess. So that's the plan. And then we're going to be doing a happy hour, starting at 3 o'clock at Grumpy's afterwards. So we're hoping the time frame is gonna be about 11 to 2 for the project, and then be able to go to Grumpy's after that. So
Meet here.
we'll be
There'll
meeting
be
at
more
the park.
Yeah, there'll be more to come on all of that as once we get it all, once they get everything all finalized, I'll make sure we get it out to everybody. It'll be on the website. It'll be in multiple different places.
Thanks for coordinating.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
awesome.
We are gonna do, so, Karen had a great idea. We're gonna do kind of the nostalgic, KW Red Day t-shirt. So if you do not have a Red Day t-shirt, reach out to me, let me know. We may have some from previous years that we can give out. And then if all of a sudden we end up like, oh my gosh, we've got 30 people, they don't have t-shirts, we'll look at quickly getting something ordered. We've got about 2 weeks out. But if you've got an older Red Day shirt, whether it's got the year on it or not, I would say just grab those and wear those. Normally what we wear is Red Day t-shirts. If it's cold out, like last year, I just wore Under Armour underneath mine. There's some Red Day sweatshirts out there. Stuff can be ordered. If you just want a brand new one, you want to go with the regular KW one, we can get that ordered right away. Or again, if we get enough interest, we'll quickly get one put together that we make for our own market center, and which is what last year's was, one that we created.
Carrie,
Yes.
Right now, with cross country, she's gonna be one of our sponsors for the happy hour for Red Day.
Happy hour. I bet
I
it'll
love
love
it.
it. An hour.
I'm excited.
Perfect. Oh, and you will need for this event, so start looking now at the dollar store. Gloves, otherwise I will be making a run to the dollar store, but I don't think they make them for men's hands. I think they're just cute floral ones for us women. So just gonna lay that out there that don't know that I can get them for the big hands.
And just a reminder, I don't know if it was said, Red Day, we close the office down that day, so
Yeah.
there won't be normal operations, just a
Nothing.
heads up. So it's a big event, so make sure that you're participating because there won't be anybody here. So
All market centers actually are, that is kind of the like, all market centers are out, they're gone. It's kind of a known. I'm gonna, actually, by the time this meeting is over, you all should have gotten an email link with this link in it. Building Powerful Pipelines with Keller Williams. Guys, this is an amazing opportunity tomorrow about building referral pipelines on the KW, My Referrals. This gal is, and Christina is an amazing instructor. Free class. Go in, register for this. It's by Zoom, but everybody should have that email now. I just sent it, I use send where you schedule your send. So,
nice. I love that.
so I wanted to make sure everybody got it. So just make sure that you, if you have time on your hands, take this course. You will be very happy with it if you do. So tomorrow at 2 o'clock, I think it says 3, but it's actually 2 Central Time. And then, oh, did I? Okay, I did correct it. Here's a quick schedule of what we have coming up. Right away after this class, we're gonna go into phase 2. For those of you that joined us, if you didn't, you're welcome to still come, but you have to have your laptop to make it successful. We are doing a command workshop. We're gonna start doing command workshops on Tuesdays, right after the team meetings. Well, it's kind of a twofold. Normally, we're gonna kind of run into right at the end of the team meeting, we're going to start having broker Q&A every Tuesday because we're finding it's very needed, where you guys are gonna have an opportunity for open Q&A. 99% of the time it will be with Lynn. Once in a while we'll have Greg in, he will still be doing his Thursday ones. But at the same time, it's also gonna be, I've heard a few of the things that have come to Lynn. So I'm gonna have her bring those to the group of hey, I just had this question, knowing that somebody else is gonna have that question sometime in the near future. So definitely be doing the broker Q&As, but we will start that next week. Right now, today though, we will go into our command workshop. Normally it's going to be team meeting, Q&A with broker, command workshop, and then into the rest of our day. And today you have your lunch and learn appraisal process. And that's an actual appraiser coming in, correct? Woo-woo. I love appraisers.
That's a yummy looking soup over
Awesome,
there. I'm already
yes.
eyeing that.
Homemade. Raina's been up all night making soup. She went and pulled her own,
Carrots.
what's that stuff called? The
Broccoli.
wild rice
Oh.
from the Wild Rice Garden.
Back into the bowl.
But so we have some great stuff. I see Jordan's got on Wednesday. There's a couple of free CE things. So make sure you're attending those. You've got the Ship Book Club on Friday. Again, we still have books and we have a few more of the leadership version if somebody needs that. So just let me know. We've got those. And how much are that? Somebody asked me yesterday. I couldn't remember what
I normally charge.
Was it 49? What'd you pay?
Oh,
for?
40. Yeah. I
Yeah,
thought
so
you meant
40
for the
bucks.
shifts.
So here's your appraisal lunch and learn with Cross Country Mortgage. And then Peter Jackson, so funny. So Peter Jackson will be here. This is actually, it's funny because I kept seeing him at church, this guy, and I was like, that guy looks so familiar. And then one day I realized this is the guy that drops off the really good Eileen's cookies, if you've ever had them. So he is bringing cookies to his class. I know that for a fact because he told me that. So I probably won't be in attendance because I don't have any willpower. But that is on May 13th.
It's a Friday.
Yep, Insider's Guide to Home Warranties. And that is free and it was what, 3 hours?
3
Awesome.
hours of elective credit. So I will be sending out the RSVP link today. You don't have to RSVP, walk-ins are welcome, but just so we have an idea of how many people will be there, we have to have 3 people at least in person to have the class. So that's all I need,
Who needs
RSVP.
CE? Hands up if you need CE. Come on, let's be honest, hands up. All right, I'll expect all you guys to be here.
Ooh, very exciting, really quick. Just mark your calendars. We'll start to promote this more, but Tuesday, May 17th, after the team meeting, we are gonna have VRX Media come out and do free headshots, team photos. They're gonna bring all the equipment, set everything up. These are just some of the examples of the headshots that they've done at other offices. So very professional. We're super excited and again, free. So if
Yeah,
you need
they-
an updated headshot, this is your time. Get all glam, come to the office and yeah,
Get all
right after the team
Grant,
meeting.
you got that? Glam up.
Oh, I'll be playing
Shot at the top of the head.
Oh, I just realized that the camera's facing the wall. Sorry, everyone online, the camera was facing the wall. All right, so yeah, mark your calendar. There'll be more coming out about that.
Spring clean event. All right, guys, we had a pretty good interest, so it's not too late to sign up, but we are going to move ahead with this event because we had some really great interest. It will be Saturday, May 21st from 9 to noon. We'll have the pack up artist. She takes donations, scrap metal. She's awesome. We will have PCs for people, which was, if you remember, that was our boxes that are like bigger than life size in the lobby. We picked up so much between that and our dumpsters. So we'll also have dumpsters. We do not have shredded. They don't have anything open until I think it was after June before we could even get them. So unfortunately, we're not going to have the shredding part of it, but we have all these guys that will be here on Friday, on Saturday, 9 to noon, May 21st. It is $150 for a single agent. It is $300 for a team. I'm gonna be honest, this is a free, opportunity for $150 or $300 to go out to your clients and call it your event. You don't have to call it a Keller Williams event. You promote it as your own event to your clients, and imagine they're gonna drive up and think, dang, like, wow, Thor's got like 500 people he's already working with, as all these people are driving through. And they're like, how thankful, like what an event to be putting on. So we will we're going to send out graphics for those that commit and say that they want to do it. We will bill you on your invoice for those that also say they want to do it. We are asking those that do it, we want you here from 9 to noon. It is a lot. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that happens and that's going on. You'll see this year, we do have a few little things in there. No mattresses. 'Cause
Yeah.
We're not going to take
No
those stuff-
tires.
No
No giant
Salon
stoves that got dropped off last
So
year.
we are gonna have a few things that we cannot accept, just so we don't run into like we did last year, but it will be an amazing event. I'm hoping you guys will take that opportunity to put it out to your clients. Is there anybody who has any questions on that event? And we will send out something again with an RSVP. There'll be an RSVP on the Facebook page.
Any kids of yours that want to do like a cookie stand
Yeah, we
or
were thinking it'd
something?
be fun to have something. I know last year, George and Lily did their egg rolls
they're
out of the
so
back of his
good.
car, and it was such.
I
it
ate
was
like
amazing.
7 that day. It was so bad.
Run out and get more egg rolls. But, so yeah, Smarky Mart.
That's gonna be here?
That is going to be here in the front area. It'll be kind of like a drive-through again, where they'll come in, drop electronics first, and then just kind of follow through.
What about a food truck?
Maybe we'll look into it. Not a bad idea.
Minnesota Title said we'll bring a food truck in.
Well, then I think that we'd say yes.
I think we'll be adding that to the flyer. Food
Yeah.
truck.
Absolutely.
Nice.
That would be awesome.
I love it.
I love it. We'll chat.
So
All right.
we're now adding a food
We are
truck.
5 minutes over time. Should we keep going?
A what truck?
Margarita truck.
Ooh, I like that one.
She said an egg roll truck. So I'm gonna save some of the stuff we have on the next stuff. Other than I just want to show you, can you go to the tear sheet?
Yes.
I don't know who I have not shown this to. I'm just gonna do the live one right.
Can you guys see this online? Oh no, my screen sharing's paused. There we go.
Right, I don't think have I shown it to the group as a whole? Okay, so I am gonna be emailing this out to you. You hear me continually talk about, you can go to Roseville Connect, you can go to this, you can go to this. This tear sheet is going to come to you as an attachment in an email. All you have to do is click on it, drag it over to your desktop, leave it there. This is what's so awesome about this sheet. You're gonna be able to go in here and anybody you want, if I click on Alec, it's gonna email him. Matt, email him. If I wanna learn more about coaching, I click here, it's gonna tell them. If I haven't joined up for the Rockstar page, I just wanna go there, I'm gonna go here. Any one of your leadership, click on their name, it'll take you there. You need CE, all of this will take you there. You wanna know more about sports and entertainment, KW Military, Luxury, Movement Mortgage, Cross Country, Minnesota Title, any of these, click on that, it's going to take you to their website. All of these Ignite videos, you can now do Ignite on your own as well, where you follow it at your own pace. They have videos out there and you can just kind of follow along if you should choose to. KW Answers is one that I'm over here on the ones. KW Answers is a huge one that I'm going to be talking about next week. If you want to go to Roseville Connect, click there, right to the training calendar. But KW Answers, we're going to go to, but I'm going to tell you guys, put this in your taskbar, answers.kw.com. Anything and everything, when you want to know how to do it, and no one's teaching the class right now, is right here. You can learn how to do everything real quick right here. Yep. Better than going to KW Connect. I mean, don't get me wrong, the live classes, all they're phenomenal, but you can get it right here at answers.kw.com. But we will go on that more next week. Does anybody have any questions? I know we had a lot today. We shoved it in. We appreciate everybody's time.
Martha
You guys
asked
are
if the
awesome.
command class will be on Zoom.
It
or-
is not because it's workshop.
Oh,
So it's a little bit hard because it's a little bit disruptive to have to be going in when it's on workshop because we walk around and help each person. So our command class is not on Zoom, it's a
in
workshop.
person today.
Yes, yeah, those will always be in person, the workshops.
Where is Christina Griffin's? I was looking, I didn't have a, where did you say you go to register for it?
Oh,
Did I sent an email out?
I was like, who's
Everybody-
Christina?
Everybody got the email at about 9 or 10, like Mike just got it. Should have come around. Yeah, 10 something. I just got mine too.
There it is, okay.
Perfect. All right. Well, I know we ran over, but thank you guys so much.
Thank you, everybody.
Make it a great week.
Appreciate all of you.